Hello there everyone, it's me Harry, and today we're going to be doing an update to my PS1 video game collection video. And in this video we're going to take a look at the games that I've gotten since I made that video. So, I don't always get PS1 titles because I just don't for some reason. I'm more focused on the 6th gen platforms, but I've still got a good selection in this video that I've gotten since the past year. And as with that video, I've put them all in release date order. So, here we are. So first of all, we have Cheesy. So this came out on November 24th, 1996. It's developed by CTA Developments, published by Ocean Software. It was one of the last few games from Ocean before they were folded by Infogrames. This was right after the company was bought out by them. And strangely enough, this game was only released in was only released in Europe. There's writing on the back of the packaging. I think it's cheat codes, so I covered it up with the manual. There's the disc. It's just got holes on it, like it's meant to look like a piece of cheese. And the manual, well, it's nothing special. It's just a big multi-language manual. You can't go wrong with that. Next up is a game that you've seen before on some of the long deleted videos that I've had on my channel, and that's Croc Legend of the Gobos. Yeah, I got the Platinum version again. That was because I wanted them to play this game quite badly because of the remaster. This came out on October the 10th, 1997, developed by Argonaut Software, published by Fox Interactive, distributed by Electronic Arts. I don't know when this version came out, but there you go. So there's a it comes with a Fox Interactive registration card. And then, of course, you have the manual and the generic Platinum disc that all Platinum PS1 titles use. There we are, there's that. Next up is MDK, released on November the 14th, 1997. It's a port of a PC game, developed by Shiny Entertainment, published by Shiny Entertainment, distributed by Interplay Productions. And it's got the same kind of like light-hearted humour that Shiny's earlier games were known for, despite it being a shooter. There's the disc. It's a nice bright orange. The manual has some nice artwork on the back, and it also comes with a large poster. So you open it up, and it has and there you go. Looks quite cool actually. And then on the back is the beginner's guide for the game in different languages. Let me just fold that back up. Oh, I didn't close it right. Next up is Beast Wars Transformers, released on March the 1st, 1998, developed by Sony Cambridge, published by Hasbro Interactive. This is based on the Beast Wars cartoon CGI series. And there's the disc. It's nice bright red. And there's the manual. Which side are you on? I don't know really. Croc 2, the sequel to the original game. I got this back in Christmas 2016, but now I have it again. Released on August 20th, 1999. Developed by Argonaut Software, published by Fox Interactive, distributed by Electronic Arts. Yeah, Argonaut have said that if the remaster of the first game does well, then they can remaster this one. There we go. Capcom Generations. Well, obviously, this is a compilation of the first 4 Capcom Generations titles that were released in Japan. It's developed, well, obviously by Capcom and published in Europe by Virgin Interactive, released on September the 3rd, 1999. So it's got a selection of 13 different Capcom titles. So, you know, we've got disc, there's disc 1. And there's disc 2. So they each share a manual. And then disc 3 and disc 4. And then there's the manual for that as well. So let me just put this back in. Let me just read the manuals again. So Volume 1 is called Wings of Destiny. It has the 1942 games on it. Volume 2 is Chronicles of Arthur, which has the Ghosts and Goblins games on it. Volume 3 is called The First Generation and has some of Capcom's earlier games on it. And Volume 4 is Blazing Guns, which has some shooter games on it. And that was the only disc that was not released in Germany because the games were banned over there. So the German version of this only has the first 3 volumes. Volume 5 was Street Fighter Collection 2. Or just Street Fighter Collection as it was known in Japan. And that came out on its own in the US and the UK as Street Fighter Collection 2. Now, here's another game that you've seen before on my channel on a video I've since deleted, and that's South Park. The port of the N64 game from Appaloosa Interactive and published by Acclaim Entertainment. And yeah, Acclaim have just recently come back under some new people. And this came out on October the 31st, 1999. And of course, there's the disc. It's shiny, and you got screenshots of the 4 boys on there, and there's all sorts of the different South Park characters from the earlier seasons. And a big thick manual. You can't go wrong with that. Muppet Race Mania. Yep, the Muppets racing around different locations based on different movies and shows. So this is developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. Released on April the 21st, 2000. A very unique kind of racing game, if you'd ask me. It doesn't play exactly like most kart races, but that's not a bad thing. It's a fun game regardless. And since it's a Sony published game, it advertises the DualShock, a nice bright blue DualShock, and a lime green memory card, fitting for Kermit's colour anyway, any day. Next up is the Flintstones Bedrock Bowling. Developed by Adrenaline Entertainment and published by Ubisoft under license from South Peak. And this came out on 18th of August, August the 18th, 2000. There's the disc. Nothing much on the back aside from licensing. And the manual's big and thick because it's multi-language. Yeah, a bowling game can't be more simple than that. Next up is London Racer, developed and published by Davalux, released on September the 29th, 2000. It was originally called M25 Racer on the PC, but then they rebranded it as London Racer for the PS1. This was a top seller for the system in the UK, no surprise, just because it was a low budget title. It was sold, I think, for about $19.99, and of course it's a racing game, but it's not good as a racing game. Like, they reused the exact same back on the manual alongside the back of the case itself, and the disc doesn't really have much to say about it. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. You might remember this one as well from my channel. This came out on November 17th, 2000, developed by Namco Home Tech, published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. And it's the successor, and it's the like Miss Pac-Man successor to Pac-Man World. It's the disc. Manual advertising a blue memory card and the blue DualShock. It's swapped around compared to Muppet Race Mania. WWF SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. So this is the sequel to the original WWF SmackDown, developed by Ukes and published by THQ, released on December the 1st, 2000. I don't have the original, but I have this one. I still have yet to find the original WWF SmackDown. So, let's see. The disc is a nice bright blue, with similar artwork from the front of the packaging. The manual's similar as well. And there's also a THQ product registration card included with my copy as well. It would be quite funny if you tried to send these away, but obviously THQ doesn't exist, because they folded in 2013 when they went bankrupt, and eventually THQ Nordic came in to fill in the void. Next up is World's Scariest Police Chasers, developed by Unique Development Studios, and published by Activision and Fox Interactive. So this was right when Fox Interactive started co-publishing their games with other companies. And so this came out on 29th of June 2001, and it's based on the TV series of the same name, which has gone under many different names. A nice bright red black disc, although it could have been a bit better. There we are. Nothing on the back aside from an Activision number. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, developed by Argonaut, published by Electronic Arts, released on 16th of November 2001. So this is a tie-in to the movie, although it does share elements from the book as well. And this is also another common title, because it was also a top seller. It ended up being one of the best-selling games for the PS1. And there's the back, just a hotline, and then there's the front of the manual. Not much to say other than the fact that it is a fun game. Disney's Party Time with Winnie the Pooh, developed by Doki Denki Studio, published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe, and was released on November the 23rd, 2001. So this is like a very basic party game with Pooh and friends in it. So there we are, there's the manual, and on the back there's an ad for the Atlantis the Lost Empire video game, which looks like they just scanned in the cover art, because you can see the little hologram on there is just printed on. And then on the back it advertises the use of the PS1 multi-tap for the game. And the disc is the same as the front of the cover. Disney Pixar's Monsters Inc. Scare Island, developed by Blitz Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe. And this came out on February the 1st, 2002. Yeah, I do kind of forget when each one's which. There's the disc, and there's an ad for the memory card. It's a light blue one this time. And then the back cover has an ad for Peter Pan Adventures in Neverland, which was the PS1 game tie-in to the Return to Neverland movie. London Racer 2, the sequel to the monstrosity that is the original London Racer. Developed and published by Davalix. Released on June the 14th, 2002. It came out the same day as the PS2 version of the game. Recommended by Kiss FM. I don't know why they even recommended this horrible game. Yeah, spoiler alert, it's as bad as the original. And just wait until you see me rip both of these games apart, if you get what I mean. When I do a video on the London Racer games. And last but not least, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Developed once again by Argonaut, published by Electronic Arts, and released on 15th of November 2002. It came out the same day as the other versions of the game. So, here we are. It's sort of like a reskin of that one. It uses the same map and some of the same spells from Philosopher's Stone. And there we are. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.